Hello and welcome to a not so awesome review. Today we're looking at the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Michelangelo action figure by Playmate Toys. And keeping up with the redesigns, this is based off a box turtle. And funny enough, Michelangelo, to me anyway, I mean, I'm sure his shell is different and stuff, but he looks the most like a classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figure because he doesn't have the red behind the eyes. He's not overly bulky. He has a shell, which we'll see what Donatello's looks like, but it is definitely different. But I don't know. To me, he looks more like himself than any of the other figures, any of the other redesigns, I should say. And yeah, so accessory-wise, he does come with his skateboard, his main weapon, which is like three nunchuck piece thing, and then two individual ones. They're glowing. One of them has like a brown ball thing, and the other one is like a fist. And then he comes with a whole bunch of stickers, which is cool, I guess. I mean, his character is kind of like that with the whole putting stuff on walls or whatever. So it makes sense that he comes with stickers, which you guys can see here. They're not like the best quality. I mean, I can tell just by looking at the back of it that they're not the best quality, but it's still cool that they added it. It's just like, hey, character likes this, let's throw this in there because we don't know what else to do, I guess. I don't know. Still an awesome bonus. The weapons, I don't have a problem with them, but the thing is, none of them fit. I mean, they fit, but yeah, none of them really are meant to go into the holster that he has. So that kind of sucks. He can hold them, no problem. It is like the little stiff thing because there's obviously no string or chain or anything kind of putting these together. If there was, then maybe you could fit that onto him a lot better, but unfortunately you can't. Same with these two. You know, if you put it on there, it's kind of hanging out like that. They are, they do have balancing issues. That's what I'm trying to get at. When he holds them, they do tend to kind of like fall towards with gravity and stuff. So getting him to pose with them, not the easiest thing, but he can hold on to them, and that's probably the most important part of it. His skateboard, as you guys can see, is clear, unlike Leonardo's, which is see-through, and they're both completely different. Down to the wheels and everything, they are completely different, which is awesome that we're not getting just the same thing in a different color. Two different skateboards, so I'm okay with that. And he does have the peg holes on the bottom of the feet to help support him on there. The figure itself, like I said, looks good. He has like a traditional bandana and everything, unlike Donatello and Raphael, who have like the whole head thing going on. He does have some little patterns going on in his shell. They did paint the little turtle thing there that they have. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's just their symbol now, I guess. But it is painted orange and green, which there is a little bit of brown on there, but it's alright. This piece is rubbery. The cool part about him is his knee pads. You can see it does have a face right there and a face right there, so that's an awesome touch that they added it from the show and everything. The back of his shell is very different than your regular kind of like Leonardo, even though his is like a pretty different pattern. His, I feel like, is even more extreme or just as different, I guess. He is a slightly smaller turtle than I think the other ones, if I'm remembering correctly. He's just like a little bit, not too much, but articulation wise, you can look up, you can look down, left, right, pivot side to side. So head wise, really good. Arms can go up, basically all the way around, rotate at the elbow, a single bend at the elbow, rotation at the wrist, and he does have those legs that Playmates is kind of known for at this point, going up. Can kind of go back a pretty good amount actually, because his shell doesn't go down as far as some of the other turtles. Rotate it to the side to go out that way. He does have that single jointed knee that doesn't do the greatest, but it's there. Rotation at the foot right there, rotation at the knee right there, and his foot can go up and back slightly. So articulation wise, not bad. It's what you would expect from one of the turtle figures. I'm still not a fan of the way the leg system works right there, but it does give you the option to kind of like rotate at the lower leg and stuff, so it does help balance him. Again, the main thing he needs is an ankle pivot, but aside from that, you can get him some really good poses, and he's pretty well balanced, surprisingly. Leonardo, for me, tends to fall over a good amount. Raphael is big, bulky, and stands really good. Michelangelo here is good. He's actually a lot easier to stand, which is awesome. Anyways, let's get on to some size comparisons and wrap this video up. So for your basic action figure comparison, here he is next to a Marvel Legends Spider-Man and an S-Stage Figure Art Super Saiyan God Goku. And here he is compared to his movie self and his original comic book self version. You can see he is definitely the smallest of the three, but I still see it. I mean, it's not just the orange. Like in the face between the movie version and this new version of him, you can still see the Michelangelo look, which is awesome. And again, still excited for the NECA ones. I feel like that's gonna blow everything out of the water. I know they're out. I know the SDCC ones are out. But once the retail ones come out, it's gonna be awesome. And lastly, here he is next to the redeco version of himself. And I thought I had the last Nickelodeon series version of him, but it's not where I thought it would be, so I apologize for that. But yeah, you can see here he is slightly taller, but definitely nowhere near as bulky as that design. Again, I do like the added articulation on the new ones. The fact that they have hinges at the feet, even though there's no like actual um, ankle pivot or anything, it still adds to the articulation. Though I do like the more, again, just fact that these are straight out instead of going back a little bit at the knees. Still, the new one, I gotta say, the articulation wise, better. And lastly, here he is compared to the Leonardo, Raphael, and Origami Foot Ninja figures that I've already reviewed. And if you're wondering why Leonardo is standing so weird, it's because, like I said, getting him to stand up is just very awkward. Something about his knees, his feet, really weird considering they're not that dissimilar from Michelangelo here, but they are off enough that he needs to lean somewhat forward. And like I said, he is at the moment the shortest, even though I don't know if you guys can tell because Leo, again, he is leaning forward, but they all have different shades of green. They all look amazing, and aside from the Origami Ninja's articulation, all have been pretty darn amazing. So is this figure worth it? I believe so. He's probably the least changed version of any of the other figures. Now, yes, his shell is different. Yes, he is styled after a completely different turtle, but to me, he looks like Michelangelo, and that's kind of all that matters. And even if he didn't, I'd still be open to the change and stuff. I think he comes with a pretty decent amount of accessories. Yes, the weapon thing is disappointing because he has a holster for it, but no weapon that can actually sit there and look natural. He comes with the stickers, which is cool. He comes with a completely different skateboard, which is awesome. And his accessories look awesome. The see-through with the orange looks great. The articulation is just as good as the others. And yeah, so if you're a fan of the new show, if you want something different, definitely go for it. They're cheap enough that I would say take a risk on at least one of these. I still have a few more turtle reviews coming this week. And yeah, not much else to say here other than I hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you did, hit the like button, comment down below, subscribe for more, and I will see you all later. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.